Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with CthuLoops. In our last episode, we spoke to a few more people, and we now need to go to the old morgue in order to get some stuff to make antiseptics. So before I do that, I'm just gonna explore the... well, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna explore the hospital more. I thought I would be able to, but it appears that we cannot go into the attic area. Oh, that's Dr. Swansea. What about this area? It's locked.
It's locked.
Right. Can I loot this? Tell me what I can loot. I need to take things. Oh, who is... that's the Fallout ghoul. Oh, hello, nurse. And this area is also locked. Fine, fine. I guess I'll go to the old morgue. Though, it's not like a ton of people here, so I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to actually go talk to them. Got myself a small bottle, and that leads me outside. You know what? Yeah, let me actually go talk to the rest of the people here. Oh, hello, Peepa. Oh. Got a very strong heart there, Peepa. It's another doctor, I'm assuming. There's not too many people?
Good
Hello?
evening, miss.
Oh.
I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met THELMA HOWCROFT.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I kind of get the feeling that why am I given hello, I'm playing with the Xbox controller. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Now it fixed itself. That was weird. I kind of get the feeling that she's not actually a vampire. I think she might be a little out of her mind.
Who are you really, Miss HOWCROFT? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
Actually,
I'm curious
yes.
to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Alright. Are you a vampire?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
You know what's interesting is a little bit of a sidebar. There's actually a psychological condition where a person genuinely believes that they're dead. Cotard syndrome. That's it. That's exactly it. Oh my god.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss HOWCROFT?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
There you go. That's funny. That is funny.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss HOWCROFT?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me, for I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Local investigation. A new citizen investigation is available. Press select to open the... Okay. Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by districts. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with X, then access your map by... okay. Whoa. Alright, so I'm assuming these are like side quest stuff? Yeah, you know what? Let's track it. Let's find out who's spying on Thelma. Fascinating. I wouldn't, I think it's one of those scowl dudes or whatever.
Who are you,
Oh,
really?
oops, sorry, my bad.
I'm...
And I think that's about all we can really speak about.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Fantastic. Can I take that? No. What about this guy? Hey, buddy.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss HOWCROFT.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
I don't know about that.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Right. Situation in the East End docks.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Wait, Clay Cox is like part of a gang?
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Maybe it would have been a good idea to have us killed Clay Cox then. I don't know.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
So what, you're not even like part of the clergy?
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Weird.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Kind of a dick thing to say there, John. Saying, oh,
Goodbye,
why didn't you
Mr.
visit her when she was sick?
We'll talk again later.
Trying to guilt people? Fucking. The guy's busy, not being a priest and all that stuff. Have I spoken to her? I've spoken to her. I don't know her. Right. I'm just gonna make sure that I've spoken to everyone that I think we should. Oh, there's actually a lot of people. Oh, man. At this rate, I feel like we're gonna be talking to people like non-stop. Which I don't personally mind, but I don't know.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Wait, Aykroyd as in famed actor Dan Aykroyd? Or maybe his ancestor? Holy crap.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Well, you can feed them your arm now that you're not using it. Okay, cool.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children.
I'm assuming when we talk to people, we'll be able to get more hints about various dudes. Hey, buddy.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
You seem to be more into maybe admiring the contents of my pants?
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
But to help you, research is exhausting, flattery is useless. Well, I guess it wouldn't be bad to be nice to him.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Well, okay, sure.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Right, okay.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Bit of a hoity-toity thing to say, wouldn't you say? Reed? Oh, you want me to go?
Goodbye, Dr.
Eminent Doctor, Dr. Reed? Also known as Two-Step Man? Ah. Well, I guess I can't really do the two-step thing anymore. Hey, buddy. I think you might be the second to last dude that I need to speak to around here. I think there's one more person. I feel like that person's... Oh. Never mind. What is happening?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Wow, what a dick.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
This guy is like the fucking polar opposite of the other dude who's willing to bend and spread. No need for such animosity. Jealousy will not do you any good. You better change your tone with me. I'd say maybe...
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Right, have you seen my massive...
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
What?
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
You sure about that?
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Trust your judgment. You will assume the consequences. It's a conservative point of view. I mean, he does kind of have a point, but
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Right, alright, sure, if you insist. Anything else to speak about? Personal questions? Oh.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
What? I've saved many lives. Knowledge is our main weapon. No need to justify my actions to you. I don't know. Should we just admit it? Yeah, sure.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Right, I mean, he's got a point, but
Thank
fine.
you for your time. We'll talk later.
Yes, son of a bitch. Alright, who else do I need to speak to? It's a lot of people. There's so many people to speak to. Oh, man. Oh, well. I mean, I gotta stop complaining about it at some point, right? I think there may have been... I don't know who these people are outside. There appears to be... Dwight Schrute and... a very old Pamela Beasley outside doing stuff. That seems a little suspect. That's Tippets. That is someone unknown. Ah, I guess I haven't spoken to her yet. Alright, let me go speak to her quickly. Wait, where is she? Is she through here?
It's locked, all right.
Oh. Huh. Alright, so I guess we can't really speak to her because she's in a different place. Why is he glowing? Hey, buddy. Why are you glowing?
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
I don't know, Grand Moff Tarkin. Oh.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
You have nothing to prove. Nurse Brannigan is worried. Your attitude is irresponsible.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Maybe I did the wrong thing. I may have ratted her out. Shit.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
Damn it. Did I mess up? Have I done goofed? I may have done goofed. How do I get in there? Alright, let me go speak to Pamela Beasley and Dwight K. Schrute. Although I feel like... Oh no, that door is open. I don't know why I thought it was locked. Oh hey guys, how you doing?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer GOSWICK.
Sounds like a name that Dwight Schrute would use.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
This guy's throat hurt when he talks. Let's engage him in conversation.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Alright.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Talk to me. Oh, I can talk to him about that again, or? Alright, fine. I guess we'll just peace out.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Bye, Dwight.
Don't waste your time with me.
Okay, sure, if you insist. Hey, Pam. How are your Pam-Pams?
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
I tried, but he wouldn't talk to me.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's
Will
all
you
that
now?
matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Any?
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Oh, wow.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Huh.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
Odd.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
I don't know. And I guess that's about it. Oh, yeah, that's about it. Alright, cool.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Peace out. Alright, let me actually do something. I may have forgotten
Good
to do
evening,
something
Mr.
here.
Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
Medical
I'm afraid
checkup.
I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Give medicine? I don't have medicine. Damn it. Oh, I need to treat his fatigue.
I will see you later. I have
Alright.
to go now, sir. But
Okay, so we need to come back with a medicine for fatigue. Okay, I see. That's pretty cool. Anyone else I need to speak to? I don't think so. Maybe Strickland, but we can talk to him later. Hawkins, we'll deal with you in a bit. I think for now, let me finally go to the old morgue and maybe find out what is going on. And this is the ambulance driver. I'll deal with you. You know, fuck. I've only got like a minute left.
good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Really now?
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Alright.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Okay.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Could be a scowl, actually. Alright,
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
But they said to always look on the bright side of life. There's even a song about it. Oh, is he extorting money?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
You son of a bitch. Let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I don't know about everybody, but sure, I do. So I can buy scraps from him, as well as Milton's shotgun, which apparently does a crap ton of damage. And I can also sell some stuff. I think maybe it might be a good idea to hold on to these to break them into parts rather than anything else. And unfortunately, that is going to be it for this episode. A lot of talking, but on the plus side, we did actually get to uncover a lot of stuff too. So I don't think this was a total wash. Although I feel like I should maybe do some more diagnoses on people as we go. Might be a good idea. Alright, well, we'll be back tomorrow, and then we should definitely be able to get into the old morgue and find out who's spying on THELMA and all that stuff. I hope. Alright, so for now, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast.